Hey guys, my name is Thomas. If you don't know me, I'm kind of big into food and I have been trying to make some videos regarding my Instant Pot, which if you guys don't know what an Instant Pot is, it's basically an electric pressure cooker, and it just makes things really, really simple. Like you can do rice, chicken, and vegetables for like teriyaki chicken in like 10 minutes. But anyway, we're not here for that. Tonight we're making elderberry syrup. I used to buy it at health food stores, but it was getting really expensive because it's considered a health supplement, medicine, if you will. And after we made a first couple of batches in the Instant Pot and realized how easy it was and cheap we were doing it for, we decided to just keep doing it for ourselves. And we've been having people ask us for the recipe, and so I figured I would just make a video about it. So anyway, we are making a pretty big batch today. This is actually 3 times the amount of our original recipe, which was originally just for us, but now that we're making it for other people, we decided to make a big one. So this recipe yields about 4.5 cups, roughly. And what you need is your elderberries, cinnamon, lemon zest, or orange zest. We actually, last time we used both, but I don't have any oranges right now. Ginger. This is actually the ground kind, obviously, because we didn't have any fresh. And cloves, sugar, honey, and your water, of course. I'll go ahead and list the recipe down below of what we're using. It's 1.5 cups of elderberries. We'll go ahead and put those in. I got the dried kind because I don't have the luxury of owning a plant or knowing anyone who does. But they're relatively cheap. I got this huge 1-pound bag for like, I think it was $15 off of Amazon, plus free 2-day shipping. And I can make gallons and gallons of elderberry syrup, so it's a no-brainer. I'm gonna add in my 4.5 cups of water. I didn't have a big enough container, so I had to use this huge bowl. So that goes in there. I'm gonna have so much, it's gonna be great. Let's see, and then I do the spices and zest. Let's see, it was 4.5 cups of water. We have a tablespoon of cloves, a tablespoon of cinnamon, a tablespoon of grated ginger root, and a tablespoon of lemon zest. I'm just gonna go ahead and put those in there. Make sure I get all that good stuff. Let's see. Okay, and then I'm just gonna mix it in. Yeah, you just mix it in. And then we're gonna be doing this on 5 minutes, high pressure with natural release. And for people who don't have an electric pressure cooker, I know some Indian families have like those type of pressure cookers that whistle or whatever. You're basically just gonna bring it up to pressure and keep it up there for 5 minutes. And then just let it sit, don't take the top off. You're gonna try and incorporate this a little bit, but it's really not that big of a deal that you do it, because a pressure cooker, the whole idea is it basically boils the water until so much pressure builds up inside that it locks itself and it steams essentially under pressure. So if there's anything on the side, don't worry about it too much because the moisture will get it down. It smells good. Yummy, yummy. This is a really good recipe. We've tried it multiple times and it's always worked, so really excited. Only thing we didn't do this time was orange zest. So I'm gonna go ahead, put on the lid. I already cleaned it and everything, made sure the valves are working. Oh, cinnamon's going everywhere. Made sure the valves like going back and forth and my knob is clean and everything. We're gonna put this is unsealed, this is sealed. I'm not sure if you can even see that, sorry. Sorry for the camera angle, it's kind of a weird kitchen. So we're gonna go ahead, put it in, of course. Sealed, we're gonna do manual 5 minutes. And basically what happens with these type of pressure cookers is they warm up and warm up until the steam eventually builds up and triggers the locking mechanism. As soon as the locking mechanism triggered, then it starts counting down. the time. So that just signified that it's on for 5 minutes, high pressure. Then I'm going to use the natural release method, which means I'm not going to quick release it. I'm just going to let it turn off and then just let it wait for the knob to drop before I come back. Then I'm going to simmer in the sugar so that way it dissolves, and then I'm going to let it cool to room temperature so that way we can add in our honey. Yeah, so I will go ahead and do that and I will be back with you guys. So, pressure's released. Ooh, still hot though. Ooh, it's still boiling a little bit. Okay. So we'll go ahead and set this lid somewhere else. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be incorporating the sugar. And as most people know, the sugar needs to boil with the juice to kind of meld into everything. I just like to add it at the end because I really want just the water and just the dried stuff in here basically, so that way it can kind of extract out all the good stuff. And I actually, you know what, I should be tamping this too. This isn't a required step in your pressure cooker because the pressure cooker kind of obliterates everything. Well, not obliterates, but it just really gets in everywhere. But if you really want to make the most out of your elderberries, you should really tamp them or mash them with something to really get out everything that you can get out before we incorporate the sugar, because as soon as we stick the sugar in, it's going to be harder for the whole osmosis process to take place. Is that the word I'm looking for? I'm hoping. Okay, so go ahead and mix this. I'm just using tamper. If you guys have ever made sauerkraut or kimchi or whatever, you would have one of these. But if you don't, a lot of people use potato mashers. After they drain it, they usually run the potato masher over the berries while it's in the strainer. I like to do it in this stage so that way it can kind of like help draw out whatever they can. Go ahead and take this off the side. And now it's time for the sugar part. And then for the sugar, we're just gonna stir it in and then bring it up to a boil by using the saute function on your Instant Pot. If you're not using an Instant Pot, just go ahead and turn the heat on it until it starts bubbling, and then just let it go for about 3 minutes so it can really just dissolve those crystals of sugar. Since it's hot, it shouldn't take very long to come up to temperature, I don't think. We didn't let it sit around or anything. Go Instant Pot, yeah. This is a good batch. Look how dark that is. Not sure if you can see it on the back of the spoon, or how it coats the spoon, but it's very opaque. Like even just a drop, you can barely see it there, which is really good. Dun, 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 dun. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bring this up to temperature, let it simmer for 3 minutes, and I will bring you guys back. Okay, so we're back. We're going to be doing the honey at the very last step because I don't want to waste any of that on the berries that we're going to be straining. I have a little setup here. Hopefully you guys can see all this. I waited until the temperature of the mixture was about 100 degrees. I believe the normal amount is 105 and 110 that you want to be below for your active cultures and everything, so that's what I want to add the honey at because I don't want to destroy any of those good enzymes or bacteria. So I got a little strainer over here and a bowl. I had to use a chopstick just because the bowl wasn't very big, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to do this without messing everything up. We're just gonna strain this. Actually, that's working pretty well. Do not cave. Gonna use my little spatula to kind of get out any little tidbits, extra juice. Don't want to waste that, that's extra money. And then I just want to squish this a little bit. So move that. Squish this a little bit, try and get out any extra that we can. Probably about how we're gonna get out of that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and mix in my honey. I like to put the whole cup down in there so that way it all kind of gets out of there because it's so thick.